Civil society organizations are lamenting the lack of decisive action to deal with vote buying in our elections. Kwadaso MP Dr. Kingsley Nyako was captured on camera handing over an envelope to electoral officials during the just-ended Ejiso by-election. Executive Director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Mary Ada, says politicians and powerful people have conspired not to enact tough legislation to decisively deal with vote buying. She spoke on PM Express last night.
Our legislators, because they benefit from these weaknesses, do not want to enhance our legislations to ensure that we have a punitive regime. Alaji Inusa is there, he will tell you. They get away with it because the laws are weak. We have the laws, yes, we continue to say so, but these laws are not robust enough to fight the advocacy we are conducting. And we continue to say that our definition of bribery, they say do not bribe an electoral officer. The criminal code says so. So you are not supposed to bribe a juror, and you are not supposed, the juror is also not supposed to be receiving. However, when it comes to us executing these things, people get away with all kinds of unacceptable behaviors because they have found ways of justifying them. But that does not mean that we should relent. It is because we have spoken to the issue. That is why today, even you and I would have people call you to say that authoritatively, this man is buying votes. And then sometimes they can take those monies and also vote against those people. It is not, we have gone from people swearing and taking oaths to taking the money and still not voting for them. And so they punish them for doing the right thing, the wrong things.
Meanwhile, Senior Research Fellow at the Institute of Democratic Governance, IDEG, Professor Jonah, says the most effective way to cure the canker is to jail both the givers and the receivers, that's the delegates and the politicians who are involved in vote buying.
We have always looked at these in very legalistic terms. Why don't you catch them and put them into jail? And it's not going to happen anytime soon. To be honest with you, if you have 4,000 or 5,000 delegates, each of them taking money from a few candidates, and both the seller and the buyer are guilty of an offense, are you going to throw 4,000, 5,000 delegates who are taking 300, each of them taking 300, 400 from each candidate? Yeah. We have to take another second hard look at this phenomenon.
So what do we do then? And that was my question earlier. Should we just forget about this?
That's what you're coming to. Mm. If it was possible to throw all of them into jail, the phenomenon would probably, Salon will be full, everywhere will be full, and there'll be nowhere to take them. This is what you do. Those of us in civil society, together with the political parties, we cannot do this without the support and the cooperation of the political party. Because we keep looking at it in legalistic terms, to throw them into jail, arrest them, we are not enforcing. No. Let us, as civil society and political parties, all accept that the buying and selling of votes undermines democracy in a very fundamental way. Therefore, incorporate it into a code of conduct for the candidates. Let us all work to show the candidates that in a competitive election, we are giving the voters the opportunity to select the very best candidate.
Former MP for Tamale Central, Inusa Fuseni, warned the country will never be able to win the fight against corruption if it does not totally eliminate the phenomenon of vote buying.
It's a canker because we ourselves have erected an entry barrier for people who otherwise will want to contribute to the development of this country, but who cannot get into the fray because of the monetization of the process. So
this is financial barrier?
Financial barrier. You know, there are legal barriers which deals with age, non-conviction for an offense involving death, bankruptcy and others, conviction for dishonesty and all those things. Now, but we as a people have erected another barrier, which is a financial barrier. Now, everybody who wants to contest an election is thinking of how to raise money to do that. Mm. And the amounts of money that are being spent on elections, both at the parliamentary primaries, and parliamentary elections, presidential primaries and presidential elections, call for serious concern and a regulation of the conduct of politicians to ensure that we deal with the problem of monetization to potential money laundering, which is very rife on the political scene, corruption of the voter and the process, and I think that until we are able to do that, our attempt as a people to fight corruption would not be achieved, would be a fiasco.